Hey, good morning, everybody. It's my privilege this morning to be able to tell you about Dana Howard. Dana was a very important person in my life.
When I was a freshman in high school, she was the secretary and a leader in our student ministry growing up. And then I started interning at the church, so I was actually her co-worker there for about 5 or 6 years.
Let's see, I first met Dana, it was like 24 years ago, I think.
Yeah, when I think about Dana, so many things come to mind. So many words come to mind, so many memories. I started working with her in 1995.
Dana was one of the helpers, one of the main people in the student ministry area, and I never knew exactly what her title was or what her position was or where she stood on things, but she was always a servant.
She was just always positive. She was always somebody that was willing to do whatever. She served in every capacity and was always an encourager, encouraging me as a teenager and as she had done for a whole lot of people before that.
I remember so many times she would receive money for camps and different things, events going on at the church, weddings, all that, and she may leave a stack of cash sitting in her office with the door wide open, but you never could get mad at Dana for being irresponsible or little things like that because she was so kind.
Where she might have lacked in some areas, she had incredible strength in other areas, and the relational part about Dana was just by far her strongest asset, and that came from her great attitude of, let's just do this, we're good. She said, I'm going to have fun doing it. I'm going to make sure everybody else has fun doing this, and we're going to do the very best we can.
And so many kids, that me included, felt that way around Dana and were impacted by Dana because she showed the love of Jesus to each one of us in such a real and authentic way.
I have great memories of Miss Dana because every time we'd get together to play fantasy baseball and football, which is really not that big a deal in the scheme of things, she asked about how I was. She had followed on social media. She knew about my kids. She'd check on us. She was our wedding coordinator when we got married, so she'd always cared about me and Mallory.
And she had the most amazing attitude of anybody that I had ever seen.
Now, Dana unfortunately went through a bunch of hurts. It was like one thing after the other was just all these hurts that came. But see, the thing about Dana was she didn't really focus on the hurts. She had the ability to stay positive in all of the situations that she was going through. As a youth pastor, as a young youth pastor, I experienced my own hurts. And I was having a frustrating time in my ministry and in my life at that point in time. And I just kind of started talking to her, and we started talking. And I will always remember these words that she told me. She said this. She said, Chip, don't focus on the hurts. Because when your mind goes and focuses on the hurts, you forget about this great thing called Jesus and the way that it takes our focus off of Jesus, who desires our attention, who desires our affection.
The one thing that was consistent is that Miss Dana would love on them. It was totally unconditional love, and you know, I always knew that when you see Dana, you always got a little glimpse of Jesus, you know, no question.
John 10:10, the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy, but I have come to give you life and life abundant. Dana was one who totally was walking in that abundant life. I don't think she missed out on anything because she was just intentional to live it and live life to the full.
And I just think about all that time, how few people that I know would consistently check on a 14-year-old boy that she met in student ministry for the next 20 years and have that relationship. And I'm just so thankful that she was a part of my life.
But we can let our hurts make us be better if we just focus our attention on Jesus and not the hurts. Thank you, Dana, for reminding me of that.
There'll never be another Dana. And I'm just so thankful that God allowed me to lean in and learn from her for so many years.
It's pretty amazing that all of us have a Dana story. All of us have incredible memories because she was always there. She was the constant in all of our lives because she had the right mindset. You know, she's like, I'm going to, you know, God has called me into ministry, and whatever it looks like, that's what we're going to do.